Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Yoga with Paige. Today's class is a beginner backbend vinyasa flow. So we warm up, stretch the whole body, and then we start incorporating minor backbends. We start building up to poses like bow pose, locust, dancer. It's a crowd favorite, one of mine as well. So we just kind of explore today. We have fun. We see maybe how flexible we are in our back, if it's something that we need to work more on, if we enjoy these. Backbends are usually one of my favorite poses to work with. So we don't need any props for this video. Like I said, it's for beginners, but it's all level friendly. So whenever you're ready to get started, grab your mat and let's go. We begin at the top of the mat in mountain pose. Shoulders are down and back, palms are facing forward, slight bend in the knees. Inhale and tuck the chin into the chest. And bring it back up, send the head back. We're warming up the neck. Just moving back and forth slowly. Maybe we go side to side if that feels good. Just feeling these slight sensations here, starting to come into our body. And then whenever we feel even, we can come back to center. Taking the fingertips to the shoulders, bringing the elbows out in front of the chest, then up high and circling them around. So just making huge circles with your elbows. Opening up the shoulder joint. Feeling that huge stretch. Also opening up the chest. One more big circle and then release the hands. Inhale the arms above the head, crossing that left ankle over the right, and then taking the arms over to the right side. So we're just finding a nice big side body stretch. Exhaling through center, taking our right leg over, crossing the left. Switching sides. Reach. And then we gently come back through center. Inhale, taking maybe a slight back bend here if that feels good. Just looking up, stretching out all of the limbs. And exhale, hands come to heart center. One big inhale, bend the knees, hands above the head. And exhale, flat back, we dive forward. You can keep a little bend in the knees here if this is your first movement of the day. And inhale, halfway lift, finding length in the spine. Nice big long breath. And exhale, plant the hands, stepping it back into high plank, taking a vinyasa. Lowering down slowly, tucking the elbows in by the ribs. Inhale, lifting the chest, untucking the toes. Exhale, rolling over the toes, sending the hips up, walking the fingertips out, pedaling out the feet, waking up the backs of the legs. Good morning. Gazing at the hands. We're going to lift the heels on an inhale, round through the back. So we're tucking the chin, rounding through the back, lifting up onto the toes, coming into this high plank, and then lowering down into upward facing dog. Exhale over the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, round through the back. Exhale. One more time. Moving with the breath, just waking up the spine. And release. releasing back into downward facing dog. Coming onto the knees, sliding the hands back. We're in tabletop position. Fingers are spread nice and wide. Drop the belly, lift the gaze. Nice deep breath. And on the exhale, round through the back, tucking the chin into the chest, pressing the shoulders away, pressing through the hands away from the mat. Inhale, drop the belly, feeling the concave of the spine here. And exhale, round, moving with the breath, going as fast or as slow. Just feel the body. One more round. Leading back into walking the fingertips out, pose. Keeping the hips over the knees, melting the heart down into the mat. Maybe the chin rests on the mat. We're here for a breath or two. Opening up space in the shoulders. Exhale, gently lifting the chest, walking back a little bit. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips. We're again in downward facing dog. Lifting the heels, rolling up to high plank. This time when we're here, bend. A drop. And then sending the hips back, downward facing dog. Taking a few more spinal rolls that you prefer, or maybe something else feels better to you. We're going to take one more flow of this. And we meet in high down and untucking the feet. Our hands are underneath the shoulders. We inhale, to the mat, finding cobra. Lifting the gaze, feeling the opening in the front of the throat. Holding here for a breath. We're strengthening the lower back. We're squeezing it. Active in the legs. And release, exhale. Everything down to the mat. Arms come out in front. On the next inhale, we're going to squeeze the bum and lift the legs together for this half locust. Squeeze, pressing the pelvis into the mat, lifting the legs. They can be together, maybe a little apart, and release. One more time. Squeeze and lift. Hold here, you're strong, and release. Taking the hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers. Inhale, lift the chest. Holding here. And release. One more time. Taking nice deep breaths. Lifting the chest. Active through the whole body. And release. We can take full locust now. Arms by the sides of the legs. We inhale, we're gazing slightly in front of us. Lifting the legs, maybe we can lift them a little bit higher. Breathe. And release. Taking the hands in front of the mat, one arm on top of the other, and resting the forehead here. Just taking a breath, taking a moment. Kind of mixing the effort with the ease, some challenges with a restful position here. Lifting the head, taking the right arm behind and bending the right ankle. Getting a little quadricep stretch in this half bow. We can extend out the left and lift up that left arm. Kind of getting a little shoulder strength here. Two birds with one stone. How can we not like that? Gently release. Switching sides. Pulling that ankle into the hips. Lengthening, feeling that lengthening sensation through the front of the quadricep. Thinking of sending the knee not out to the side. And the heel into the bum. Release. If full bow is in your practice, if you feel generously warmed up enough for it, we can take that with the right ankle. And exhale. Feel the opening in the chest, trying to take the knees together. We're not splaying out here. We're nice and firm, controlled. And exhale, release everything back down. Taking the hands underneath the shoulders, sending the hips back into child's pose, finding a little counter pose for a few of those back bends here. Maybe finding a little wiggle in the hips. That feels good to me. And maybe taking the right and scooping it underneath the left, finding a little shoulder stretch. And coming back through center, switching sides. We can add into our practice. And I encourage you to add in that feel good to you. If you end up going completely in this class, that's totally fine. This is your practice. Coming back into child's pose. Gently lifting the chest, coming onto the hands. Downward facing dog. We're gonna walk gently up to meet the hands and forward fold. Inhale to rise, hands come above the head. Big inhale and exhale, back, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, planting the hands, step into plank, taking a vinyasa. Meeting in downward facing dog. Inhaling the right leg above, three-legged dog, bending the knee, stepping it in between the hands, lowering the left leg, coming into low lunge. Inhale, arms above the head, interlacing the fingers, pointer finger is out. Once we find our low lunge here, we start to slowly bend backwards just a little bit, taking full sips of air. We're nice and strong, only going as far as feels good. This is where I'm at today. Exhale, release the arms. They're nice and strong. We're gonna lift that left knee up, turning the toe. One, grounding to the back edge of that foot, squaring the hips to the front. Big inhale. Exhale, warrior two, opening up nice and wide to the side of the mat, gazing over the front fingers. Inhale, reach forward, flip the palm, and reverse the warrior. Exhale, coming into extended side angle. Left arm reaches overhead, nice and long. Trying to find the longest line you can from fingertips to the outer edge of that foot. Exhale, coming back into warrior two. Taking hands behind, humble warrior. Bringing the shoulder to the inside of the knee. Exhale, releasing the hands, warrior two, nice and strong legs. Sweeping that left arm behind and in front, we're into our high lunge. And we're gonna step up, bringing that left leg with us, up into the chest, grabbing onto the knee, reaching it into the chest, opening up the hip, maybe rolling out the ankle a little here. And then taking the ankle behind us, getting another little quadricep stretch. We're preparing for dancer pose. So, we're here nice and strong, ground through all four corners of the right foot, release the right hand. We can send it forward or we can let it hang wherever feels good to you. We start to shift our chest forward as we have our ankle, and I lose my balance. If you lose your balance, that's totally fine. And we start to find our drishti, our point of focus, to help us balance. Wherever we are, we honor that. Breathe. We can release that left leg back behind into a high lunge, sweeping the arms up in front. And we revolve, taking the right arm behind, nice long arms. Planting that right hand, reaching the left overhead. Reach, reach, reach. Windmilling around, framing that foot, taking it back to high plank, and taking a vinyasa. Exhale, over the toes, downward facing dog. Raising the left leg, three-legged dog, coming into our low lunge, planting that foot in between the hands. Arms are up above the head, interlacing the fingers, pointer finger out. Big inhale and exhale to gently start bending back. Holding here, creating nice strength in the lower back. We want strength as well as flexibility. And release the arms, tucking the toe, lifting the knee, coming into our warrior one, nice and strong, facing the front of the mat. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach forward and back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, reaching that right arm overhead. Nice long lines. Breathing nice and deep. Exhale, warrior two. Interlacing the hands behind the back, humble warrior. Reaching up, warrior two, to take our right leg up into our chest. Trying to use control, seeing if we can spring up to the top or maybe we gently get there, however we get there. Bringing the knee into the chest, hugging it, and then taking it behind, grabbing onto the ankle, preparing our body and our mind for this back bend standing balance. Exhale to release the left hand, taking it wherever feels comfortable for you. Slowly shifting your weight forward, noticing how this side feels different, noticing which side had more ease coming into the posture, trying to keep both hips level. Obviously, neither one are working for me today, and that's okay. Keeping both hips level, and whenever we're ready, we can release that right leg and come into our high lunge, sweeping the arms above the head, nice and strong. Exhale, revolve. Planting the left hand, reaching the right, getting one last nice big stretch. Windmilling the arms around, framing the foot, stepping back into plank, and lowering down. Untucking the feet, steepling the fingers. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, drop the forehead. Inhale, lift, and exhale, drop. Moving with the breath. Starting to slow it back down. Last breath here. Taking the hands under the shoulders, pressing up, coming into tabletop. Grounding through all of the fingers and the left foot, raising the right behind, tiger pose. Reaching that left arm behind us, trying to grab the ankle. Maybe gazing back. And then taking that leg, crossing it behind the left, and coming to sit in cow face pose. Trying to stack knees on top of each other. Making sure we find our positioning here before gently folding over, keeping a nice flat back. We may not move too far. I already feel this in my outer hip just sitting right here. One more breath, maybe folding a little bit deeper. Raising back up, gently coming back into our tabletop position. And raising the left leg. Reaching back, grabbing the ankle. And taking it behind into our cow face pose. Sitting up nice and tall, taking this moment of stillness. After all of that moving around, after all of the play, we have a little rest. Gently coming back up and making our way onto our backs. Excuse me. Lifting the feet into the air, grabbing onto the big toes with peace fingers. Maybe we grab onto the ankle. We're just letting the legs open up here wherever they want to. Nice deep breaths. Our breathing should be slowed by now. If it's not, we try to consciously relax. Releasing the feet, extending the right leg, taking the left into the chest, the left knee, crossing it over that right leg, coming into a twist, extending arms out into a T, gazing over the left shoulder. Noticing what thoughts come and go. Coming back through center, switching sides, extending the left leg. Taking the right into the chest, giving it a little hug before sending it over on its merry way. Gently coming back through center, releasing the right leg. Letting the arms fall by the sides and just being present in this moment on the mat. Letting your body lie where it wants to. Releasing any tension that we may be carrying in the face, in the jaw, maybe in the shoulders, in the back, in the legs, in the feet. We're feeling our breath fill our lungs, oxygenate our brain, the blood pumping through our body, keeping us going, keeping us moving. The blood flow that you've stimulated today, helping your body heal, preventing future injury, and just giving yourself this sacred time to yourself, this space where you can just be. You can explore, play. Taking a deep inhale to the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. Take another tiny little sip of air and release on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push it all out. We can gently wiggle the fingers and the toes. Maybe blink the eyes open if we had them closed. Making any movements, waking our body back up. And whenever you're ready, we can gently roll to one side and press ourselves up to a sitting position. I hope you had fun with this class today. I would love to know how it went for you down below. If this was your first time maybe trying Dancer or getting it, if you did better than I did, let me know your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this class, give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. And hit that subscribe button to support me. And never miss more daily yoga with Paige. Daily yoga classes. What's better than that, right? Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. I look forward to seeing you again on the mat very soon. Namaste, my friends.